Hello, everybody, and welcome to Swinehart Field. Tonight, we have the return of the Dakota Cougars taking on the Utica Chieftains. From Shelby TV, my name is Giovanni Mosheri. I'm joined by my broadcast partner, Chris Wright. And for the Chieftains, they're coming in off of a 41-point victory off of L'Anse Creuse North, led by a 3-touchdown performance by Monty Gwilly. He seems to do this just week in and week out.
That's right, Giovanni. As this offense goes, as Monty Gwilly goes, this offense goes. He is the key piece to getting the points on the board, and if they want to do anything against Dakota tonight, they need to start with him.
And I had a conversation with head coach Matt Marulli about this game and the rest of the season so far. I'm here with head coach of the Utica Chieftains, Matt Marulli. Coach, you guys won 41-14 last week at L'Anse Creuse North. What was going right for you guys?
We were able to get our offense going early and get some quick scores, and then our defense was able to get some big stops for us, and we just kind of got a little momentum going early in the game, which was great.
And with the Mac White season wrapping up, what's the mentality going into this game and as well as next week versus Cosno, this last part of the non-conference season?
We know we got some challenging teams ahead. We got Dakota this week and we got Cosno next week. We're focused on one game at a time and one day at a time. We're focused on getting better every day and getting ready to compete hard on Fridays.
And with the game here tonight, there's very few opponents as tough as Dakota High School. What are the keys to the game to ensure victory tonight at home?
Yeah, I mean, we know they're a tough team. We know it's going to be a challenge for us. We're excited for that challenge and excited for a good team to come play here. And we just got to execute and play good football and read our keys and, go out there and play hard.
All right, thank you very much, Coach. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
And we thank head coach Matt Marulli for his time. Going over to Dakota now, they're actually returning to Swinehart Field as they had a showdown with the Eisenhower Eagles, one that did not go the way they wanted. An unbeaten streak broken that night.
That's right. Their first loss of the season last week was on this field against Eisenhower, 21-14. But this offense is poised. They are 34 points per game offense, and they want to get it rolling. I had a chance to talk with Coach Bauer just a few minutes ago about tonight's game. Coach, coming off your first loss of the season, how do you get you guys back up for the rest of the season?
Well, we just got to get that sour taste out of our mouth from last week. We made some mistakes we don't normally make in that game, and we got back on track at practice this week, so I think we'll be fine.
This offense is scoring 34 points per game this season. How does the offense click so well?
Well, we have a lot of senior leadership, a lot of senior players that help us out, but our quarterback's playing really well. Our offensive line's playing really well. So we've got some good skill guys to mix in there with some youth. So I think as a whole, we have a youth and a senior group that's kind of merging well together.
Still 2 games left here in the regular season where you don't want to talk about playoffs yet. What are the keys for tonight's game?
Just to get better in all phases. We left some plays on the field last week that we want back, and tonight we got to execute those plays and hopefully have a different result.
All right, Coach, good luck out there.
Appreciate it.
And we thank Coach Bauer for taking the time. And we are getting ready for kickoff. With the sun setting to our side here, it's showtime here at Swinehart Field. Kickoff is next. And kickoff is here. Utica was the first to receive, and they begin on offense with a run to the close side. We are coming in hot here at Swinehart Field. We appreciate you stopping by here on Shelby TV. The Dakota Cougars returning to Swinehart Field after a loss against Eisenhower, as you heard in the pre-game. Utica already getting started on offense. My name is Giovanni Mosheri. I'm joined by Chris Wright. We are so happy that you're here with us for the Utica Chieftains and the Dakota Cougars. Getting right into it, 2nd and 9. Motion to Gwilly, handing it off. Going to the far side, shaking a tackle, but could not go far. Setting up 3rd down, gain of about 2.
Chieftains going to use that motion with Monty Gwilly all night long. Try to keep Dakota on their toes here.
Dakota suffering a tough loss last week on this same field. They were unable to score until the last moments of the 3rd quarter, where Eisenhower was able to hold them scoreless. That game would end up being the first loss of Dakota's season. And they're looking to get right here against Utica. Meanwhile, Utica coming off of a big win against L'Anse Creuse North. In 3rd and 7. Gwilly in motion. A handoff up the middle. Able to break a tackle, not enough for the first down, but a great effort up the middle for Xavier Crosby.
Number 4 on the carry for the Chieftains.
Again, using Gwilly in motion. Crosby's able to get a good gain, about 5 yards on that play, but just short of a first down.
And it looks like Utica will bring the punting unit out. Dakota already with their gentlemen in the back to receive. Dylan Beidelshees on our close side. With Tuzak set to punt. Punt is up and away. Almost tackled on sight at about midfield. It was number 80, Ryan Petrovich.
Well, as we said in the pregame show, Dakota is a 34-point offense, point per game offense. Last week they were only able to score 14, and that 14 points came on a last-minute touchdown against Eisenhower. So they were kind of shut down last week. They're going to want to get going here early on.
Jaden Ford, the quarterback for the Cougars, will hand it off up the middle. No room to go for about a 2-yard gain.
Number 22.
There's Jeremiah Aaron, the sophomore running back on the carry.
Well, we saw this last week right here on Shelby TV. We saw that Dakota likes to use a lot of people out of the backfield, maybe even 2 quarterbacks.
Hamby in motion. The pass to Petrovich with some open space, able to get the first down. Crossing the 45 into Chieftain territory for a fresh set of downs.
Just a quick pass on what looked like a wide receiver screen there.
Ryan Petrovich, a senior wide receiver.
Petrovich able just to grab it and get enough yards. He probably wasn't touched for 5 or 6 yards there.
Now 1st and 10 from the 44. A handoff up the middle. Fighting through tackles into the secondary. Before going down is Jeremiah Aaron once again on the carry.
22 once again up the middle with number 3 and 60 this time for the Chieftains. Jake Bard.
Today's game time temperature is 61 degrees. It's getting chillier and chillier every week.
And the sun was setting just at kickoff here. We used to get a little bit of the game in before sundown. It's now 2nd and 5. A handoff to the far side. Aaron with a lot of room in the first down and plenty more.
Number 22 finding his way forward for another Cougar first down.
Just great vision there from Jeremiah Aaron, running up the left side, finding the gap, able to get a gain of about 10 or 12 there.
Cougars on the 29, 1st and 10. With motion, they go up the middle to Aaron again. He's met right at the line of scrimmage. Tackle in part for Landon Cook.
Good defensive adjustment there from the Chieftains. Just meeting him right in the middle, right in the hole there. That was number 2, Monty Gwilly. We talked about his offense, but he's getting in the defensive game here.
2nd and 10. Shotgun rolling out. Ford is met and hit to the ground. Monty Gwilly once again. Offense and defense.
He was looking downfield to throw there. Monty Gwilly just chased him down.
Matt Maruli has let him loose. And it's 3rd and plenty. Have to get to the 19-yard line for the Cougars, 3rd and 20. Pause on offense. Now motion. Ford steps back. A short pass with blockers. It's Hamby. Hamby on the sideline, popped on his way out. A big gain. Not enough for the first, but it makes it more manageable as 4th down approaches.
Just great play fake there from Ford, looking to the left, but ending up throwing right. Hamby was able to break a tackle there and ran down the sideline. About a gain of 15, not enough for the first down.
And now the field goal unit comes onto the field. Austin Aronowski, the junior kicker and punter for the Cougars. Landon Mitchelson to hold.
41-yard field goal attempt here.
There's a snap. The hold and the kick. And it's no good from 41. And we remain scoreless here at Swinehart.
He had the leg there, just couldn't get the direction that he wanted. But the Cougars are picking up right where they were last week, where they missed a couple kicks, and it kept Eisenhower in the game, able to build that lead. So let's see what the Chieftains are able to do here.
Yeah, we were able to talk to Coach Bauer after that game against Eisenhower. The first thing he told me was that they shot themselves in the foot. This was reflected in other coaches that we interviewed as well. They feel like they left a lot of opportunities on the table, field goals included, and not by much did that one go wide right, but it sets up the Chieftains on offense once again. And at the 20, it's 1st and 10. Handoff to the far side. Cam Matuzak on the carry.
Matuzak able to get 4 yards on that carry. Just finding room on the right side. And if you can get these big chunk plays, 3-4 yards a carry, that'll end up in the end zone.
That sets up now 2nd and 6. Heigl under center. Gwilly in motion. Gwilly gets the ball with blockers, but couldn't get through for a short gain. They'll mark it as a 1-yard gain. 3rd and 5 coming up.
Again, the Chieftains really like to use this motion play. Gwilly running across the backfield just takes the handoff. Tries to meet him in the hole, just can't get any extra yards.
They'll mark it at 3rd and 4. Heigl brings the signal to the huddle. But the Dakota Cougars, very talented on the defensive side. 2 college commits at the linebacker spot. Brady Hamby for Ferris State and Damari Malone, a commit to Michigan State. That's helped the Cougars hold teams to about 10 points a game throughout the whole season. Heigl backs up, slings it to the sideline. Gwilly's got it. And it's a 1st down for the Chieftains.
Great quick throw from Heigl. Fakes the handoff there. Gwilly able to find some empty space there about the 32-yard line. Enough for a 1st down.
So far, it's very rare that we have a Chieftain play on offense and defense that does not involve number 2. 1st and 10. They give it to Gwilly. Gwilly making some moves, following blockers for a gain of about 3 from the looks of it. They'll mark it as a gain of 2. That sets up 2nd and 8. As Damari Malone, we were just talking about him, the MSU commit on the tackle.
You know, one thing, we saw a lot of him on offense last week, but he's played strictly defense so far.
On 2nd down, they give a sweeping handoff to Matuzak. Couldn't get anywhere. A 1-yard gain. Now 3rd and 7.
This is already going to be the third down of this quarter here for the Chieftains. We're just under 4 minutes to go in the 1st quarter.
They'll mark it as 3rd and 6 on the 35-yard line. Dakota looking to force another punt, get another crack at it to get on the board. But 3 receivers out. Heigl in shotgun. Takes the snap, throws it for a screen. Couldn't dodge the tackle. Chase Christian on the reception, but nowhere to go with it.
That play just was not forming quick enough. By the time Chase Christian caught that ball, he was met with Dakota defenders right in his face. Unable to get any yards after the catch there.
That'll set up another punt for the Chieftains. Punt is high and away. A fair catch called for Petrovic, and that will be where the Cougars begin their second drive.
That is also something that we saw last week when Dakota was here. Dakota was having some hard time fielding kickoffs, punts and kickoffs. So I'm going to assume that they worked on that this week. Try to just get some safer kicks, get the fair catch from Petrovic there, see where they go from there.
Definitely, and you got to imagine ball security is going to be another key element to their practice throughout this week. A scoop and score was part of how Eisenhower got the 14-0 lead early in last week's game here at Swinehart. Ford takes the snap, hands it off up the middle. Bouncing to the outside. It's Aaron once again.
Dakota definitely just wants to get this offense running. They want to get yards on the ground. And again, another thing we saw last week, they love their long, sustained drives.
Their first touchdown drive going well over 8 minutes to start that second half. Ford takes the snap, looking for a pass. Moving in the pocket, will throw it to the close side. Almost an interception. A dangerous play, opportunity slipped away. Landon loose, unable to field it.
They got to take a note from a baseball player. Somebody's got to call that. Ball just floated in the air. Him and Luce and Monty Gwilly both had a shot at it. Unable to come up with it.
Dodging a dangerous situation on third down. Ford once again to pass, and he's taken down.
The second sack for Monty Gwilly.
He is everywhere tonight.
Ford stepping up into the pocket, but he's unable to get away from Monty Gwilly.
And that'll send the punting unit out for the Cougars.
This is not how Coach Bauer wanted to start this game.
Number 3, Jake Parks, set to receive. Punt is up. They're going to let that one roll its way towards the 20-yard line. And about the 22 is where it will lay. And that's where the Chieftains begin once again. Still a scoreless game with the first quarter all but wrapped up. Less than 2 minutes to go in this first quarter.
Utica is probably going to want to continue to use that misdirection, but they have to use some other weapons in their offense. Chase Christian, Xavier Crosby. Let the defense look and watch Monty Gwilly all night long. But if you can get some yardage with Crosby or Christian, see if you can succeed that way.
1st and 10 from the 22. And in motion, Heigl, a short pass. Trying to make a man miss. Crosby stays on his feet, continuing to fight his way towards the close sideline. A big gain of what could have been a loss.
Great way to break tackles from Xavier Crosby. Just keep your feet moving. Like you said, a quick pass out of the backfield. Swarmed by some defenders. Breaks one tackle, breaks another on a spin move. Able to get positive yards. 7 yards on that play.
That makes it 2nd and 3. Heigl hands it off, but met right in the backfield. That'll be a loss. Crosby on the carry.
Cougar, number 90, Tyler Torrey.
Tyler Torrey, the senior, on the tackle.
Crosby just did not have a shot. Right as he takes the handoff, he is met. That was number 90, Tyler Torrey.
That sets up 3rd and 7. Chieftains were trying to stay ahead of the sticks, but that tackle for loss sending them back. A handoff and clear space, and he's going. It's Shapsky. And a huge gain to flip the field. The tight end on the handoff, Carter Shapsky.
Misdirection in the backfield. I think they had almost everybody that wasn't an offensive lineman at the snap in the backfield. Monty Gwilly went right, Shapsky went left, and he got the handoff.
And a whole lot of grass before being taken out, and that brings them to the Cougar 39-yard line. They give it to Gwilly in crowded territory, not going down right away, but farther back is where he'll meet the turf. Cougars responding with a big defensive play of their own.
Gwilly just caught in the backfield, unable to break any tackles, and that's the end of the first quarter.
So far, a scoreless game here at Swinehart. The co-MAC Red champion Dakota Cougars so far in stalemate with the hosting Chieftains. And Monty Gwilly, normally an offensive powerhouse for this Chieftains team, he's had many plays on defense already.
2 sacks in that first quarter, getting Dakota off the field and they were both second down sacks, leading to big 3rd and longs. So just getting them behind the sticks has been great strategy for the Chieftains.
I was talking to one of the Cougars, Nick Battaglia, last week before the Eisenhower game. He was telling me that the way they operate is they run to set up the pass. But when you send Gwilly on those passes to send you back, that kind of sends the pattern of how they want to operate on offense into disarray. So the Chieftains will continue on the Cougar 41-yard line. Heigl under center. They hand it off to Gwilly. Met in the backfield once again. All around Cougars, but still able to fall forward for a gain of about 3 on what was 3rd and 12.
Number 90 in the backfield along the shoestrings, but he kept going, got a few yards out of it.
This brings up 3rd down for the Chieftains. Take a look at this again. Gwilly takes the handoff. Looks like he gets wrapped up in the backfield, breaks the tackle, but he's unable to get any substantial yards there. So far, the Chieftains 2 for 4 on 3rd down in that first quarter.
3rd and 9 is going to be tough. So far, Dakota's been all over the rushing attack, specifically from Gwilly. And we'll see what the Chieftains have in store to keep the drive going. They'll give it to Gwilly. He's taken down quickly. And they'll make it 4th down after a gain of about 2 or 3.
Out there for the Cougars, Tyler Torrey. That'll bring him up for 4th and 9 now.
Tyler Torrey, another tackle.
Gwilly just takes the handoff again. Torrey meeting him in the backfield. Chieftains going to punt here.
No, let it rip. She's on the fair catch.
Dakota starting this drive deep in their own end. They got to get something going. So far, the Chieftains defense has been able to keep them in check.
Still a lot of the second quarter to play, but the one thing that Head coach Greg Bauer of Dakota doesn't want is another scoreless half here at Swinehart. Ball on the 14 to get started for Dakota. Ford hands it off to Damari Malone. Malone will get the edge to the far side, falling towards the sticks.
Well, you knew it wasn't going to take long before they finally got him involved in the offense. Damari Malone just running up the right side.
That will be enough for a first down.
Picked up the first down for Cougars. Will start now with the ball at the 24-yard line.
Brings the ball to the 24-yard line. Whether it's Hamby or Malone, your college commit linebackers make great running backs as well. As Dakota once again running up the middle for a big gain of about 8. Hamby on the carry, like we were mentioning.
Another first down run for Dakota. Hamby just finding room up the middle. Wasn't touched for 7 or 8 yards.
Good enough for a first down on the 39-yard line. Excuse me, the 34. Give it to Hamby again. He's met quickly at the line of scrimmage, but still able to get a gain of about 3.
Arabo, number 70 in the backfield, meeting him. Able to get him down, but like you said, he was able to get 3 extra yards here. Take a look at this handoff right there. Excuse me, that was 71, Donovan Jarbo.
The ability to fall forward as a running back, almost as important as running forward. He'll hand it off on a sweep, and stumbling for another first down. That'll be Elijah Goins, a sophomore.
Well,
big
Dakota using a page out of the Chieftains book, using that motion from right to left. Goins able to take the handoff in motion.
So first down at the 47. Handoff up the middle to Aaron. Looks at a close side, couldn't get far, but a gain of about 4.
Jeremiah Aaron here. Take a look if we can get a replay. Had a big cutback from going right and cutting back left. He was going right.
And the Cougars getting right to it. 2nd and 6. They hand it off once again to Goins. Goins continuing. Goins finally taken down. Another big gain. These chunk runs now from Dakota characterizing this drive.
Running for another Cougar first down, number 3.
Goins this time in motion to the right. That whole offensive line is able to block 3, 4, 5 yards down the field.
Now 1st and 10 from the 37. Aaron's in the backfield. They'll fake the handoff and give it on the outside. Give it to the big receiver, Aronowski. He'll chug his way for another first down.
That is the big body there, the senior, Jack Aronowski.
Number 3, once again, Jake Byron. He's all over the place. He's good with that tackle.
Breaks 1 tackle, just running right through him.
Dragging defenders as well. Now 1st and 10 from the 22. Dakota hands it off to Aaron. A tough gain, not down yet. Multiple Chieftains taking him down for a gain of about 4.
Once again, up the middle, Jeremiah Aaron, number 6. Chieftains out there.
Aaron just taking this right up the middle. Runs right past his first attacker, Landon Cook.
So 2nd and 6. Screen pass, trying to get around a defender, and on first contact. Chieftains take him down.
Pass complete to number 80 over there on the right side.
Great recognition there from Kasten Rissman. Just going in right at the waist to get the tackle.
That's the name of the game as a defensive back, but it's so difficult to be able to get a tackle on first contact. But unfortunately, that will bring down Ryan Petrovich as a staff go to take a look at him.
This is going to bring up a third down play. Now, last week against Eisenhower, Dakota was 5 for 10, so not great. 50% on third down. So far, 0 for 2 tonight.
Staff still taking a look at Petrovich. As it stands, Dakota looking to at least get within field goal range. They took a 41-yard field goal in the first quarter, unable to make it. Staff continues to give Ryan Petrovich attention. Take a look at the crowd here at Swinehart, both from Dakota and from Utica. These stands are full once again, despite the early sunset.
You love to see it. Every Friday night, you love to see the community coming out for Utica. I mean, it's a great time. I think it's a red, white, and blue day for the student section. Petrovich able to get up. He's being helped off the field.
Being lifted off by teammates and staff. But meanwhile, that'll bring up 3rd and 9 for Dakota. Great defensive play by Rissman. Tackle on first contact on a screen. Dakota looks to move the chains. We'll hand it off to Malone. Malone shaking the first tackle, continuing to shake tackles. He's still going forward, and he finds the end zone. Touchdown, Dakota Cougars.
21-yard run for Malone.
Shaking many tackles on his way.
The weak arm tackle there, right there from Gwilly, tried to get him wrapped up. A little bit of miscommunication. Chieftains blocking Chieftains. Malone able to break through some tackles into the end zone.
Spartans are going to be happy with him when he makes his way to MSU this next fall. Aronowski, kick is up. Kick is good to put 7 on the board for Dakota. 6 minutes left in the half, and they find the lead.
Take a look at this again on replay. Gwilly just unable to bring him down. It looked like the Chieftains were going to be able to stop him in the backfield, but able to get through and get a touchdown.
Arm tackles are not enough.
While we have a minute, let's talk about Esplenditos. Esplenditos offers variety with quality, created from generations of family recipes, serving Shelby Township for over 40 years. 586-739-1070. We had our Esplenditos pregame.
Whole lot of pizza.
We can't do without, you know? Every game, we gotta have our Esplenditos.
It's one of the many things I look forward to when coming to work. Aronowski and the Dakota Cougars get ready for kickoff here. Finally finding the end zone. Jake Barg, number 3, set to receive. And he'll return it. He'll have some defenders to shake. Not going down on first contact, but the second one is for sure.
Well, he was able to avoid some defenders, but he was not able to avoid his own player. Ran into his own blocker there. Jake Barge. Ran into number 15, I believe, Ray Abi-Yunus.
And that'll set up the Chieftains right at the 20. 6:02 left in the first half. Utica received. It'll be Dakota to receive to start the second half. Motion for Gwilly. Heigl will throw it midfield, and it's complete.
It's like the sophomore Michael Long on the reception right at the 30-yard line. Just great quick throw on the slant there.
At the middle of the field, haven't seen many passing attempts for the Chieftains, but that one by Michael Long, the sophomore, will move the chains. Brings him exactly to the 30-yard line. I love whole numbers when they find the stripe on the field. Ah, that just makes it so nice.
We came here to talk, not to do math.
Heigl will pass. Flag is up, and a whole lot of space for Gwilly. That flag coming early on the play. We'll see the reason for the infraction. Chieftains are walking their way back.
Okay. During the play, legal motion, Utica, first down.
Legal motion for 5 yards. It's their first penalty of the game.
It is. It's been played clean so far. But 1st and 15, going to make things a little bit more difficult. A play where Gwilly had a whole lot of space on that far side, right in front of Dakota's sideline. Taken back and left to go back to the drawing board.
But that's definitely what they want. They want to see Monty Gwilly in open space. See if he can make a man miss.
Because Dakota has been all over it when they run Gwilly between the tackles. Heigl rolls out, being chased. He'll throw this one out of bounds.
It looked like Monty Gwilly had a shot. I don't think he was covered, or maybe he was covered by a linebacker. But he had to throw that one out of bounds.
Pressure being applied right away. Heigl's rolling out.
Great block on the back end. I didn't see that number. I think it was, might be Cam Matuzik.
They'll now set up 2nd and 15. Chieftains have been looking to the passing game a little bit in this drive. A great 10-yard pass to Michael Long to get the first of first downs. But now 2nd and 15. They'll hand it off. Gwilly not making it far on the rush.
Gwilly seems to be hopping around. See if anything happened here. Just got taken down. Maybe a gain of 3 there.
A little over 4 minutes to go in the half. Remember, Cougars will receive in the second half. So Utica looking to get on the board on this drive. It's 3rd and 12. Shapsky in motion. Heigl, a screen pass. Trying to shake a whole lot of Cougars. Jake Barg getting a little short gain, but not enough.
Seemed like a possible trick play. The throw to Barg, but then he had, who was that, number 22, Cam Matuzik, coming up behind him. Barg just held on to that ball.
This will be a punt for the Chieftains. Matuzik launches it. This will be returned by Beidelshees. crossing the 50-yard line, tumbling towards the 48. And with just over 3 to go, Cougars have a chance to double dip.
Tackled by Chieftains, number 19 and 20 out there, Michael Long and Trevin Gabriel.
Beetleshees decides to take this one. Remember, they've been kicking to Tyler Perozic, or excuse me, Ryan Petrovich, who went off the field a little bit ago.
And now from the 48, already in Chieftain territory, here come the Cougars. Ford has Aaron in the backfield with him. Ford looking for Malone. He's got him on the screen. Malone makes a move, dragging a defender, tumbling to the sideline.
And number 36 and 6 for the Chieftains out there.
We'll mark it as a gain of about 7.
Just a pass out of the backfield. Looked like Eddie Tate could have got his hands up and to block that pass, but just kind of let it go.
2nd and 3. Taking the pass, he'll hand it off to Aaron up the middle. Looking for the outside, but black jerseys are everywhere.
Push his way forward for a few more yards for the Cougars. Number 6 and number 2 for the Chieftains.
Forward progress will gain him about a yard for 3rd down.
It's another 3rd down coming up here for the Cougars, and so far the Chiefs' defense has played pretty well, except for that one 21-yard touchdown run from Malone. They've been able to keep them at these 3rd downs.
3rd and 2. And they give it to Aaron. Aaron's forward progress looks like he'll get the 1st down.
Number 22 again.
And they'll mark the 1st down.
Jeremiah Aaron. Number 36 for
Jeremiah Aaron being the lead back so far for the Cougars.
Aaron not even touched before he got to the line of scrimmage, able to get those 5 yards, I believe, on that carry.
Gwilly, one of the many Chieftains fighting to bring him back, but the forward progress gave them the 1st. 2 minutes to go. Ford drops back. He's looking deep. And he's got the completion and the touchdown. Chase Thornton on the reception.
Chase Thornton, touchdown Cougars.
Just a quick drop back and a quick pass there from Jaden Ford. And his receiver, Chase Thornton, had the step on his defender. And there you see the Dakota student section. I believe it's neon night for them.
How could you not see him? Extra point coming up for Aronowski. Mitchelson on the hold. Aronowski with the extra point is good. Dakota finds a 2-score lead in the 2nd half with 1:48 to go.
Take a look at this touchdown again. Just a great pass, great arc. Caught by number 9, Chase Thornton there. Getting ready for halftime. Dakota's going to get this ball here to start the 2nd half when we come out of halftime. If you're the Chieftains, you want to get something on the board here.
No doubt. And remember, in the 1st quarter, let's rewind a little bit, the Chieftains almost had a chance at an interception that had enough empty space that could have gone for 6. But mistakes like that from Dakota don't come often. With the Chieftains unable to capitalize on it, I don't know if they'll find an opportunity like that again. But the defense is going to have to start hunting for takeaways before the Dakota offense gets too far ahead. Gwilly and Barg set to receive the kickoff. Austin Aronowski with the kick. This one will go to Barg, and he'll let it go.
And Aronowski's kickoff goes into the end zone. That'll bring the Chieftains out 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line.
They'll set to begin on the 20-yard line. 1:48 left to go in the first half. With not a lot of time left, chunk plays might have to be the key, but they've been hard to come by so far for the Chieftains against this strong Dakota defense.
They've had a couple luck, good chances there on the slant routes. They've been able to hit them on quick throws, able to get 7, 8, 10 yards. They got 3 timeouts. Let's see what they decide to do.
And on some plays, able to get a 20-plus yard rushing gain from Carter Shafsky, using that misdirection, using Gwilly as eye candy. First timeout being called for the Chieftains already before the drive has begun.
They did not like the look of the Dakota defense. Like we said, 1:48 to go here in this second quarter.
So far, a bit of a slow start for Dakota, but they've started to find their groove, especially on offense, getting the ball to Hamby and Malone for those bigger gains, and then capping it off with Chase Thornton on the touchdown reception. For the student section, still lively. It's USA night, or American night, or Uncle Sam night. Many ways you can call it, but all of which the same theme. The Chieftains begin on the 20-yard line, 1st and 10. A handoff to Gwilly, found some space, and falling forward, a great gain.
Well, Dakota's going to call a timeout after that run play. Like you said, Gwilly able to find some space as he cut it back up the middle of the field. Before he's finally taken down after a gain of about 7 on that play. Maybe 8.
They'll stop the clock at 1:41 while Dakota goes to discuss. Dakota looking to sharpen their skills as they look bound for the postseason. Want to improve on all phases of the game for tonight. That's the goal of the Cougars.
You know, we said the sun goes down. Man, this temperature has dropped significantly. It was 61 degrees at kickoff, but it felt a little warmer.
There's a bit of a bite tonight.
But that's what happens. I mean, we're getting into the middle towards the end of October.
And if you take a look outside, that moon is bright. But so are the lights here at Swinehart as we got 2nd and 2. Crowd getting active. Trouble in the backfield and taken down. A big tackle for loss.
The misdirection there does not fool the Dakota defense at all. That looks like number 88, Logan Kretesser. And Dakota's going to call their second timeout.
Kretesser took down both the quarterback and the running back by himself. Able to sniff that one out as teams will trade timeouts. Clock will stop at 1:35. And so far on a drive where Utica needs it before halftime, aren't able to find the big plays in succession to continue the drive. They've had a couple of them, but still falling back on 3rd down. It'll be 3rd and 6.
So far, Utica 2 for 6 on 3rd down tonight.
Willie in motion. Michael steps back, evades pressure, but goes down. Another tackle for loss. This one a sack from number 90, Tyler Torrey.
Tyler Torrey able to break through this offensive line. Again, it looked like the play just was not developing the way that he wanted it to. The second he looked for his second look, Tyler Torrey was right in his face.
Tyler Torrey becoming an anchor for the Dakota Cougars. Many tackles so far. One of the main tacklers that always seems to be around Montequilli when they run it up the middle. He's been all over this game for the Cougars. Meanwhile, the Chieftains got to find something. A minute and a half left before halftime. They got to get out of their own territory here. Well, on 4th and 13, they'll decide to punt. Potentially play the rest of the half on defense. Matuzak boots it away, shallow kick. Vital Shoes will pick this up on the far side. He'll make it past midfield. And with 80 seconds left, Cougars another chance on defense. Or excuse me, another chance on offense.
Well, we've said that the Cougar offense likes to go slow and steady. They like their long sustained drives, but they got, like you said, 80 seconds, a minute 20 here, and 47 yards to the end zone. We've already seen one long pass, the 37-yard touchdown pass.
Cougars 1st and 10 on the 47. Ford will pass it towards the sideline. And coming out, that is the touchdown scorer, Chase Thornton.
Chase Thornton thought about trying to turn it upfield, but eventually just decides to step out of bounds. He turned inside before headed to the sideline.
Now 2nd and 5. Ford drops back to pass. He'll let it rip up the middle, and it's picked off. The Chieftains have it. Number 3, Jake Bard.
Number 3, Jake Bard for the Chieftains.
With a minute and 9 seconds left, the Chieftains get the ball back.
Ford just looking right over the middle, does not change his eyes, and this time Bard is able to come down with it.
Chieftains now at the 44, back on offense.
See if they're going to use this momentum, try get some points on the board before halftime.
Hand it off to Matuzak, following blockers. Keeps moving the feet for a gain of about 4.
For Utica, swarmed by multiple Cougars out there.
Clock is running, many timeouts used in that previous drive.
2nd and about 6. And we're into that last minute of play here in the first half now.
Clock continues to climb down. It's 2nd and 6.
No urgency from this Chieftain team.
Michael takes the snap, drops back, rolling to his right. Couldn't find anybody. He'll throw it to the dirt on his way
Johnny
to the
Hegel
sideline.
being chased on the right side by number 88 for the Cougars, Logan Chrysler.
Great pressure from the Cougar defensive line on that play.
3rd and 6 for the
Brings up another
Chieftains.
3rd down for the Chieftains.
Clock stops at 27.6. 3rd down and 6. What will the Chieftains do with these seconds left? Game still within 2 scores here. Remember, the Cougars receive in the second half. Hand it off to Matuzak, nowhere to go.
Cam Matuzak.
Logan
quickly by number
Kritzer.
88 out there, Logan Kreister. Loss on the play for the Chieftains. That'll bring
That
up a 4th down and about 9 now.
That should be the last play here of this second quarter. And it looks like it's going to be.
Teams will make their way to the tunnel. A couple cracks at it towards the tail end of the second half.
And
The
football
Chieftains
fans, I
remain
believe
scoreless.
it's true.
Meanwhile,
That's gonna be
Dakota
the last
up
play here in the
by
first half of play.
14
Their
as we
score
go
at
into
halftime.
halftime
Dakota
here. Welcome back to the second half of the Utica Chieftains and the Dakota Cougars. Dakota finds themselves up 14-0 coming into the second half here. We'll take a look at the game's highlights here. Utica is able to hold strong against a tough opponent in Dakota.
Taking a look here early on, the Chieftain defense, there's one of the sacks from Monty Gwilly. He had 2. There's a big run there from Crosby, and the misdirection has worked, or it did work early on. That is number 36, Carter Chapsky. But Damari Malone, you can't stop him for long. Able to get a big 21-yard touchdown run. Cougars able to follow it up with a 37-yard touchdown pass to number 9, Chase Thornton. And the final play of the Cougars offense there in that first half was the interception from Jake Berg. So let's see if the Chieftains are able to hold them here to start this second half, or if the Cougars continue to add on to their lead.
Definitely, if there's a time to get back into this game, the Chieftains, are going to have to get a stop on defense, because if Dakota starts to unravel their offense and start to open up the playbook, then that could spell trouble for the Chieftains, who have been struggling on offense towards the middle part of the first half. So it's going to have to start on defense, but then the offense has to start producing on that following drive. It's Dakota that will start off receiving the kick, as Utica received it to begin the game in the first half. It's a tall order, but still within 2 scores. This is anybody's game.
This Cougar defense only gives up 10.5 points per game, so they've really been able to shut down teams throughout this season, outside of Eisenhower last week. So if the Chieftains, they got to get this offense going if they have any chance of this game.
You see the marching band and the drum line had a great performance at halftime, as they always do. The great performances that they had, the dance team as well. As we get set for kickoff, Essa Saeed, the kicker for the Chieftains. This will be Saeed's second kickoff of today's game.
Officials timeout here.
We'll make sure everything is in tip-top shape before we begin this second half. Utica trying to capitalize on the slowed momentum that Dakota has ran into from last week's loss against Eisenhower, trying to make Swinehart a hostile place for the Cougars to play, at least for this season.
Shake out the way I think they will.
As Dakota became co-champions of the MAC Red Division, Eisenhower being the one they share it with. So can the MAC Red champions continue, or will the home team Chieftains make this one interesting? We'll take a look here as Saeed gets ready for kickoff.
Good to go. Number 10.
Looks like we are ready to go.
Kick is off. This one going to Aaron. Aaron will be taken down at about the 30-yard line. Jeremiah Aaron, the sophomore running back, has been taking most of the carries today for the Cougars, and he gets a little extra credit with the kickoff return.
And the normal kickoff return, Ryan Petrovich, the senior, as we saw earlier in the game, went off. Have not seen him since.
But to start things out on the 30-yard line, it's 1st and 10 for the Dakota Cougars. They have motion and they give it to Aaron. Aaron up the sideline with open space. And the Chieftain finally knocking him out is Chase Christian. And we got a flag on the play.
We got a flag way on your 35-yard line. And it appears it's a hold against the Cougars, so they'll all come back.
Definitely, there was a big hold. Saw a couple players there holding for the Cougars. So that'll be a 10-yard penalty. First penalty called against Dakota.
And I'll bring back the big play farther back.
During the play, holding. Number 4, White. First down.
Take a look at the play here. We do see holding about that 35-yard line. No doubt, and that could have made the tackle. Otherwise, Aaron was able to bring it upfield, but that makes it 1st and 14. And a pass incomplete, looking for Aaron again, who also had a lot of open space had he caught it in stride, but a bit too much zip on it from Jaden Ford.
Definitely, like you said, there was a lot of open space just out of the outstretched hands of Jeremiah Aaron.
Now bring out 2nd and 14. Utica defense trying to force a stop to get the ball back. Cougars a short pass and open space, weaving through for the first down and down the sideline. It's a foot race, and he goes down at about the 33-yard line for a big, big gain to enter Chieftain territory.
Well, they ran that same play, this time to Elijah Goins. Almost a wheel route out of the backfield. Was able to make the first man get outside of Jake Barg there. Before he's finally brought down at the 33-yard line.
Utica will take a timeout here to get settled after a big shocker of a play.
It definitely looked like the Chieftains were going to hold them there on defense, but it's these big plays that they've been susceptible to. While we have a second, let's say hello to our favorite Mexican cuisine, Esplendidos.
Hello.
Again, a great spread for us here pregame. Make sure you have your own spread next week right here for Friday night football, every Friday night, 586-739-1070. You want to get that order in, make sure it's delivered by 6:55 so you can be sitting down watching Shelby TV.
Yeah, next week it'll be Utica hosting the Cuzno Patriots, so be sure to have some Esplendidos by your side to accompany you through that amazing game next week here on Shelby TV. Meanwhile, it's 1st and 10 on the 33. After a big gain, a jump. We'll draw the flag. Looked to be a jump on defense.
Encroachment, Utica. First down.
Looked like he was able to get back, but they decided to throw the flag on that one.
And as you can see, if you take a look at number 72, Justin Bell, the towel behind him with the Michigan State Spartan on it, and he is one of multiple Michigan State recruits on this Dakota team, and a run up the middle will not be stopped. Continuing to move the legs for a big, big gain to enter deep into the red zone for the Dakota Cougars. It's the Ferris State commit, Brady Hamby, with a strong run to bring him towards the end zone.
Looks like they're going to go no huddle here. Try to get the Chieftains on their heels.
Aaron in motion. He gets the handoff. Following blockers, but the Chieftains swarm for a short gain. Jeremiah Aaron on the carry.
Number 22 for the Cougars.
Let's go back one play for that big run from Hamby. Just up the middle, following his blockers, breaking tackles. That's textbook there. Able to get a big gain down, like you said, past the 10-yard line.
Took 4 Chieftains to take him down. Hamby also a great piece on defense in that Dakota linebacking core. But for now, it's 2nd and goal. Another run up the middle. It's Hamby again. Hamby barreling through to the end zone. Touchdown, Dakota Cougars.
6 yards for Brady Hamby. Another touchdown for Hamby. When we saw him last week, he had a 5-yard run against Eisenhower. 2 touchdowns in 2 weeks.
He was contacted in the backfield, but it was not enough. Able to continue forward, breaking more tackles along the way to now make it 20-0 Dakota lead with an extra point coming up from Aronowski. Kick is up. Kick is good. That makes it 21-0 Dakota with a big demanding lead.
Quite possibly the fastest drive that Dakota has had this season. Less than 2 minutes there, taken off the clock.
So now a deep hole to dig out of for the home Chieftains. As Mamaruli giving a heads up for the next drive, motivation, trying to fire up the Chieftains.
Still want to play a clean game. Yes, you're down 21, but you have pretty much 2 full quarters here. Try to get back into it.
But as the lead grows, the margin for error for the Chieftains grows slimmer and slimmer. And remember, this Dakota team wants to wash that bad taste out of their mouth the last time they were here at Swinehart last week.
As you saw, it is red, white, and blue day here for the Utica student section.
Aronowski set to kick. This kick coming high. Shaking, making a man miss. A flag thrown as there was Jake Barg on the return. Look at word as to where the flag is for. It's like holding on the Chieftains.
Block in the back.
And it appears it's against the Chieftains. Illegal block in the back.
So that'll bring the Chieftains far back, all but nullifying the return from Jake
During
Barg.
the play, have block in the back, number 36 in Utica, 1st down.
Still going to be 1st down and 10. It's half the distance of the goal, so that brings them down to the 8-yard line.
A deep hole to climb out of and a long field to go. 1st and 10 Chieftains. Shapsky in motion. They hand it off to Barg, but he's met at the line of scrimmage.
Great
Just
penetration.
about no gain.
Great penetration there from the Cougar defense. Met right at the line of scrimmage. Unable to get anything there.
Darius Malone, number 10, coming out the bottom of that pile with Jake Barg, the ball carrier.
They'll now make it 2nd and 10. No gain given on the play. Dakota Cougars brandishing pink on the helmets for cancer awareness, the names of those affected by cancer. being honored on the Cougar helmets. It's 2nd and 10. They hand it to Gwilly. He's trying to cut to the outside, but he's chased and swarmed, forced into the end zone. Hamby trying to rip the ball out, but forward progress. Forward progress will bring it to another no-gain run play, and it's 3rd and 10.
Gwilly just tried to find some room up the right side there, but nowhere to run. Take a look at this on replay. Just met at a host of Cougars.
2 attempts to strip the ball from Hamby.
Utica 2 for 8 in the first half on 3rd down.
And a trick play, another handoff to Shapsky, but Cougars sniffed that one out. Little to no gain on there. Brings up 4th down in the punting unit approaching the field.
They ran a similar play in the first half that led to a huge gain, but this time the Dakota defense is able to stay with their blocks and able to get no gain on that play. 3 plays, no gain.
All rushing plays, too. Well, that'll set up Matuzak with the punt. He'll take this one high. It's short. Dakota's going to let this one bounce. It rests at about the 29-yard line. Very short field for Dakota.
Only about a 21-yard punt there. 8:01 to go in this 3rd quarter.
21-point lead for the Cougars. Chieftains coaching staff searching for answers. As the Cougars offense returns to the field. Maybe he's on Facebook following us at Shelby TV, which you can do as well. 1st and 10 Cougars, a handoff to Aaron. About 4 yards in a cloud of dust.
Just a great run there from Aaron. Able to find some room up the left side, about gain of 5 there.
Again, number 72, you got a good view of the Michigan State towel he's brandishing. Now 2nd and 5 from the run from Aaron. Friends, family, and loved ones in the stands here at Swinehart. Cougars in motion. Another handoff to Aaron, slamming into the line of scrimmage, falling forward for about a 3-yard gain.
Well, this is going to bring up another 3rd down. Dakota 2 for 4 tonight. They didn't have a 3rd down on that first drive of the half, so 2 for 4 in the first half.
This will be 3rd and 2. Gwilly taking most of the impact for the tackle. Gwilly has been very active on offense and defense in this game. The defense shining the most. Ford steps back to pass, throwing, looking for the end zone. Deflected and incomplete. Chase Christian on the deflection.
Great defense there from Chase Christian, just getting your hands up. He was up against Jack Aronowski. And Aronowski has the big height advantage. Christian just able to knock that ball away. Looks like the Cougars are going to try to go for it here on 4th down and 2.
Ford and shotgun with motion. Handed off to Aaron. Aaron spun down, good enough for a first. Referees will confirm it as the chains will move.
He was spun down, but he was almost spun forward there. We've seen Gwilly kind of walking gingerly most of this game, but he stays in. Look at this run again on replay. Gets taken down, but that spin move gets him a couple extra yards.
A fresh set of downs for the Cougars on the 19-yard line. Or, excuse me, on the 17-yard line is where they mark it. To Aaron once again. Breaking through to the secondary, going down inside the 10.
Just another big run there from Jeremiah Aaron. Able to run up the middle. Untouched until he got to the secondary there.
Carter Shamsky on the tackle. Five and a half to go in this third quarter. It's first and goal. Hand off to Aaron again. Men at the line of scrimmage, little to no gain on the play.
Maybe say maybe gain of 1 on that play.
Ball now in the 7.
Just running up the middle right into a pile of bodies.
It's now second and goal for the Cougars. They'll make substitutions. And ultimately a timeout called.
Looks like we got an injured Chieftain on the field.
That is true. Looks like it's Mati Gwilly in the end zone. So we've seen a few times during this drive. Come up from a tackle, uncomfortable at least. With the coaching staff bringing him to his feet. Still walking uncomfortably, but able to do so under his own power. A word from the referee.
Like you said, Gwilly walking off the field a little gingerly. We're still trying to find out some scores from our Utica partners with Eisenhower. Have not been able to find anything again with their game against Lakeview.
Nobody's reporting, that's the thing.
A direct snap to Malone, and he enters the end zone.
And number 10.
Damari Malone, a rushing touchdown.
For the Cougars, 6 points.
Malone with his second touchdown of the game. Direct snap, just keeping it himself, running it up the middle.
That brings the lead to 27. As the formation fools everybody, and now comes to center of the field. Aronowski with the kick. It's up and good.
And once again, number 14 splits the uprights for the extra
Austin
point.
Aronowski, 4 for 4 on extra points.
And the Chieftains, 0.
That leaves 4:40 to go in the third quarter. A 28-point lead now for the Cougars.
And football fans,
And with
4:40 left on that scoreboard.
Mati Gwilly limping off the field, or gingerly walking, you could say, key piece for the Chieftains. But we'll take another look at the touchdown run. Malone, untouched, just simply running forward. A clear path made from the Cougars' offensive line. The Cougars have made themselves comfortable setting up shop early today. Popping up the tent and a review TV underneath.
Again, always great to see a big crowd here every Friday night. It's a big community event, as we said. Seemed to be a packed house here at Swinehart.
And earlier today, with the windows open here in the press box, you could smell the bonfires already. The kickoff coming. And picked up. And a big hit taken. Jake Barg on the carry.
Ken McKennedy
the return of number 44, Lucas Harper.
Just standing up, Jake Bart.
Chieftains have the ball once again. And the ball
Taking it from about the 4-yard line.
20 yard line.
Trying to hit that ball loose. It's Ken McKennedy.
Now set the Chieftains up on the 21-yard line. The Chieftains begin their drive. Chase Christian in motion. He gets the pass. And he's got field to run. As he runs out of bounds. Enough for the first down.
Finally, a Chieftain receiver able to get some room running out of the backfield. Chase Christian catches this with nobody in front of him. Taking great angle. That's Damari Malone finally pushing him out of bounds.
Trying to punch the ball out in the process, too. Winding up the fist. But unable to punch it out. It's a first down for the Chieftains on the 36-yard line. All on the short side of the field is the formation. Rolling out to his left is Heigl. He finds Gwilly, and Gwilly with a few yards after catch goes down to the Dakota 40.
Well, we didn't know when he was going to come back, but when he did, makes a big play down the left sideline. Able to find some room in the soft Dakota defense here.
2 first downs in a row for the Chieftains. We'll mark him right at the 40-yard line. The Chieftains look to continue rolling a close formation. Shamsky in motion. Heigl drop back, roll to his left, going for it again. A deep pass, was looking for Long, couldn't find him. Just a bit too much zip on it. It couldn't be hauled in.
Michael Long.
Just a little excited there on this throw, but he did have his receiver a step past him.
Sanders on the coverage, a step behind. But a timeout taken.
You got to think Coach Bauer is not happy with these big plays that the Chieftains have been able to get here on this drive.
As well as everybody else. It's just sometimes our audio system is
They'll have a word from their coach.
like we would like it. But either way, we're dealing with it. 798-730. 798-730.
Multiple coaches in the formation, Matt Carley and Greg Bauer included. It's 2nd and 10 for the Chieftains on the Dakota 40. They'll stick with the close formation. Heigl under center. Gives it to Matuzak. He's bumped at the line of scrimmage and brought down.
And Cam Matuzak, number 22, the ball carrier.
Again, this Dakota defensive line able to hold him right at the line of scrimmage.
It'll be Hamby on the first contact before Torrey came to help bring him down. Those two players on defense have been all over the field here tonight.
Another third down coming up for the Chieftains, 2 for 9 so far in this game.
Makes it 3rd and 9. We'll spread out the formation a bit. Was looking for Chase Christian, but is whipped down for the sack. Logan Chrysler, a forceful sack to bring up 4th down for a loss of 5.
Definitely just kept his eyes downfield. But this offensive line was not able to manage the pressure there.
And a promising drive with 2 big chunk plays to enter Cougar territory will sadly have to end in a punt as Matuzak gets ready to send it away. A high snap, still able to get the punt off. And breaking many tackles and still moving forward to about the 30-yard line as Jack Aronowski, senior wide receiver.
Just the big body there.
For the Cougars will start out at the 31-yard line, 1st and 10.
2 tackles, 3 and 4 Chieftains needed to bring him down. That'll set up the Cougars at the 31-yard line for 1st and 10.
$186.
Ford directing traffic, receiving the signal from the sideline. Someone in the crowd shouting delay of game, but it takes a little more than that to get the flag for it. But a timeout will ultimately be called by Dakota. Some miscommunication on the offense to get started.
2:23 here remaining in this third quarter. Cougars trying to get this to 35 on this drive. So far, we got a 21-yard touchdown run from Damari Malone, 37-yard touchdown pass to number 9, Chase Thornton, a 6-yard run from Brady Hamby, and then another 6-yard run from Damari Malone. So spreading the love around here for the touchdowns are the Cougars.
730, 798, 730. Otherwise, we're going to pull another ticket here.
Next week, the Cougars will be traveling to Oxford to take on the Wildcats in their final regular season game. And the Utica Chieftains will be back here on Shelby TV at home to take on Warren Cuzno as the Patriots come to town. That being next week, October 25th. Kickoff at 7 o'clock here on Shelby TV.
That's a big non-conference game, is Dakota and Oxford.
And a big run on the far side, good for about 6. Jeremiah Aaron on the carry. He's having a very productive day here.
We saw Oxford early on this season when they came to Swinehart to play Eisenhower. They've gotten so much better since that first game of the year.
The sweeping handoff will be given. Stuttered in the backfield, but ultimately swarmed by Chieftains for a big loss, erasing the previous play and setting it up for 3rd down.
Another stop behind the sticks here for this Chieftain defense.
Dylan Beidelshe's on the attempted carry.
We're down under a minute and a half.
Brings up 3rd and 9. Breaking motion, faking the handoff to Beidel. She's backing up, tossing it, and with a lead blocker in open space, continuing down the field before ultimately tumbling down near the 30-yard line. It's James Phillips, the senior wide receiver, on the big reception.
Misdirection, looking right, throwing left. Able to find Phillips out of the backfield. And like you said, there was a blocker in front of him, close to maybe an illegal man downfield, but they're able to get that screen out.
Less than a minute to go in the third quarter. 1st and 10, Cougars on the Chieftain 31. We'll give it to Aaron. A few yards of gain before being brought down. That's Aiden Arbo.
Might be the last play of this third quarter. Take a look at this Aaron run again. Getting met with the defensive line, but able to cut it to the left. Looks like they'll call one more play. No, they're going to.
before the play. Encroachment, Utica. First down. Second down. What?
There's still some time on the clock, at least via the scoreboard. These teams are already moving ahead, traveling in time, if you will, to the other side of the field, getting ready for the fourth quarter.
That was the fourth penalty that Utica has taken, but the second encroachment call. And the clock has run out in the third quarter.
That third quarter score will go up as Dakota 28 and Utica nothing. With 1 quarter left to go, Utica trying to get on the board. For Dakota, trying to continue the good habits on offense and defense that they have displayed here tonight. Co-Mac Red champions, proving why they are such in their return to Swinehart. That'll flip it towards now the Eisenhower side of the end zone. It is 2nd and 1. Here come the Cougars. Ford and shotgun. Backs up the pass, fires deep, looking for the end zone. Couldn't find it, looking for number 12, Landon Mitchelson.
Deep in the end zone. Nice coverage by Chieftain number 11, Caston Rissman down there.
Caston Rissman on the coverage. He had the interception towards the end of the first half, preventing another touchdown on that play.
We're going to get a whistle here before this third down play. Looks like they want to reset this ball. They moved it a yard too far. 3rd down and 11.
3rd and 1, rather.
Oh, excuse me, 1.
Ford will hand it off. And not down yet.
And this guy, number 29, the ball carrier forward.
Braden Henson.
Braden Henson.
Braden Henson, the junior running back on the carry. Able to fall forward enough for the first down. Ball on the 18. As the Cougars have returned to the red zone. Have a big cheer from the student section. Cougars 1st and 10. Handoff up the middle. Can't go far. And once again, it was Henson on the carry.
Nice to see the Utica marching band trying to get their team back into this game.
Dressed very warm for the occasion as the drum line keeps the beat fast and exciting. On 2nd down, a firing for the end zone. It's popped up and defended well by the Chieftains. Looking for Jack Aronowski.
Looked like it just bounced right off of his hands. Quick slant route for Aronowski.
Great defense played by Chase Christian on that. Couple of shots taken for the end zone by the Cougars, both deflected and defended well by the Chieftains on either side. It's now 3rd and 9. Ford backs up, looking for the end zone again. Got a completion and another touchdown. Braden Henson on the reception to put 6 on the board for Dakota.
16-yard touchdown pass. Ford to Henson.
James Phillips, number 28, reception down there.
Excuse me, that was James Phillips on the catch.
Yes, senior wide receiver James Phillips, number 28, on the touchdown. That makes it 34-0 on our scoreboard with the extra point coming up. Aronowski, the kick is good to make it 35. And a 35-point lead in the MHSAA warrants a running clock for the rest of the life of that 35-point lead.
That's the second. Here's the replay. The second touchdown for Ford on the game. Phillips able to just to find the soft spot in the defense. 3 Chieftain defenders around him, but a good 2-3 yard cushion. As you see, Friday night under the lights. We do love to be here every Friday night.
Most of the lights are working.
And we're glad you joined us.
As we're so glad you joined us here on Shelby TV. We've covered every home game here at Swinehart, both for Utica and for Eisenhower. We're so happy to have you with us along the way. Cougars disperse, getting ready for Aronowski's kickoff. Barg back to receive. And Gwilly on the far side. Kick is up. This one will go to Barg. He'll return it from the 3. Ball pops out. He tries to receive it himself.
It did look like he got it back
with one hand.
Just great vision watching the ball and not freaking out, not scaring himself.
Yeah, because that's one of the most horrifying things, watching the ball come out of your hands. But able to tip it to himself and continue the return and keep the ball to the Chieftains. And they'll begin the 21-yard line. So able to gain 1 yard versus a touchback. And it's 1st and 10 for the Chieftains. Take the handoff up the middle. Cougars everywhere to bring it down. Ray Abiyun's on the carry.
And on the run back for the Chieftains.
Clock moves a little over 9 minutes to go. I think at this point you got to start thinking about resting your starters, making sure we're going to be healthy going into next week's game against Cosno.
And the same goes for the Cougars in anticipation for Oxford. Second and 9. Handoff to the right side, met behind the line of scrimmage. Bringing it back 1 yard.
Time number 15, men at the line of scrimmage.
They'll make it 3rd and 10.
Once again, your ball carrier for the Chieftains. 5, Dylan Belshis. In on the tackle.
As I said, that temperature continues to drop. It was 61 degrees at game time, down to 53 right now. A little chilly. But I don't know what else you can expect here in October.
We have gotten a little bit lucky with the nice weather here, almost extra credits, but.
Well, we're about 2 days early because I think on Sunday or Monday we're going to see 75, a high of 75. So.
And the extra credit continues. 3rd and 10 for the Chieftains. Handoff sweeping to the close side will end in a scrum. Forward progress may give a yard or two, but it will be 4th down.
All the Cougars out there to bring them down. And that'll bring up a 4th down now for Utica.
Jake Barg on the carry.
But no matter how nice the weather is, you know when Halloween comes and trick-or-treating arrives, it'll be the worst weather you can imagine. But on the replay here, is run to the right side will just be met by the entire Cougar defense, forcing a punt.
We're keeping the snow away, that's for sure.
Kick is up, and it's a fair catch around the 50-yard line. Received by Dylan Beidelshees.
Henry, number 25 on the punt for the Chieftains.
They'll put the ball on the 49. So it'll bring 51 yards to go to find the Eagle end zone.
Again, early on, it looked like the Chieftains were going to have a little bit of success on defense. They were bringing the pressure. Monty Willie had 2 sacks. I believe that was in the first quarter. Since then, I think Dakota's been able to adjust and just keep everything in front of them.
That's right, head coach Greg Bauer and the coaching staff of Dakota making adjustments, able to find their groove as the game goes on. They're now up by 35. But brought down in the backfield, a 5-yard loss for the Chieftain defense.
Mariano Rivera on the carry, the junior running back, not the retired Yankees closer. Brought down by Charbel Sadwan.
That'll bring up second and maybe about 14. And they have a run. A flag is up, but a big gain for the Cougars. It'll go down around the 25, a little bit past.
18, the ball carrier, Andrew Chadwick. Tripped up out there by number 11.
They're moving the chains, though.
Appears no flag on the play. I swore I saw one fly, but as it stands, Cougars continue on the 25-yard line with a big run by Andrew Chadwick.
Just finding space down the right sideline.
As we continue, as normal from the 25, it's 1st and 10. Take a run up the middle. Met one-on-one, but falling forward. Good for a 3 or 4 yard gain. Carried by Mariano Rivera.
And then Dunbar, number 54 for the Chieftains on a tackle.
Looks like Brock Ferguson, number 16, is in at quarterback for Dakota, giving Jaden Ford the rest of the game off, as it seems. Dakota getting some valuable playing time to their other units. 2nd and 9. Ferguson hands it off. Rivera up the middle, falling forward for a few yard gain to bring up 3rd down.
Mariano Rivera, number 26, this game for the Cougars, up the middle.
Rivera just takes the handoff.
Down and 7.
Immediately met in the backfield. That's Sadoun.
But ultimately able to fall forward to bring up 3rd and 7. With the clock continuing to run.
So far, Dakota 4 for 8 on 3rd down.
Ferguson will hand it off. It's Rivera again, finding more open space before being spun down. And it looks like it'll be enough for a 1st down.
It's taken down right at that 1st down marker. Enough to move the chains. Rivera finally finding some space there before he's met by a group of Chieftains.
That brings them to the 15-yard line once again in red zone territory. On 1st and 10. Ferguson to Rivera again, slips the first tackle. Goes down at about the 2nd level, a 4-yard gain.
Rivera up the right side this time, and Chieftain number 70, Tristan Levitsky on the tackle.
Rivera seeing a lot of time. He is the junior running back.
Previously, most of the carries going to Jeremiah Aaron, the sophomore. Second and 7. He'll keep it. Ferguson looking for space, looking for the end zone, just coming up short, but that'll bring it within 3 yards at least.
And quarterback
I think
number 16, Brock
Ferguson was surprised that he had so much time there. When he took the snap, decided to keep it himself, running up the left side of the line. Finally getting brought down at the 3-yard line.
Michael Long, the one on the tackle.
90 seconds to go here.
First and goal. Ball in the 2-yard line. Ferguson will keep it, and he'll make his way to the end zone. A touchdown for the Cougars.
I think we got a flag on the play here, football fans. Hang on.
But it looks like a flag on the play.
False start. White.
The procedure against the Cougars. They'll bring it back.
First down.
It'll be taken back by a false start. They'll bring it back to the 7-yard line. It'll stay first down. Cougars will try it again. Ferguson will keep it. Pushing the pile. Cougars are looking to push it forward, but the momentum halts at around the 3-yard line.
After that, your guess is as good as mine.
But the clock continues to wind. About 30 seconds to go. Cougars trying to punch it in one more time, but they'll call it there. 30 seconds on the clock. The teams retreat to the sidelines, marking the end of today's match. Dakota will come out of this one 35-0 victors,
And once again, football fans,
making their trip to Swinehart a even split between Eisenhower and Utica. A big victory here tonight against the Chieftains.
Definitely. Early on, it looked like a pretty evenly matched, pretty even matchup here for the Chieftains, but they were just unable to hang around with Dakota, as Dakota was just able to wear him down on the ground. Great touchdowns from Malone, 2 touchdown passes from Ford. Just a big game for the Cougars.
And that'll wrap it up for us on Shelby TV.